Hey folks, so today I'm going to attempt to build a 2-door wardrobe that I got from Amazon. About 140 bucks, seems like a good deal for the price. I actually already built another version of it that's the exact same height and width and fatness, I guess whatever you call the other part. And I wanted to sort of use them together to build something else on top of them since they're the exact same size, they're symmetrical. Here's the other one I built. And it seems to be of good quality. And I guess what I want to do is just like sort of show you how it feels to build this thing. I'm not an expert in carpentry, and there are instructions, and they're not the best instructions of course, but it seems to come out like a good quality shelf, nice and decently strong. It's not like a hardcore heavy wood shelf that will survive a hurricane or something, but it seems to be okay. And here's what it is. Hodedah 2-door wardrobe, and that's what it'll look like. So we'll see how this one is, but the instructions on the other one, like some things seem to be not in the best order. So like I realized in a few different cases that if I did it their way, then since I'm one person doing it myself, there's something that's probably going to break and go wrong. So I sort of luckily figured that out. I didn't build it perfectly, and some things might not be straight or perfect, but then there's another flaw that's not my fault in that other one, and we'll see if that same kind of thing happens. That's a flaw with the door. So first thing they go through is all the parts. First few pages are the parts, and you get to know what they are. Parts, 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 parts. I have lots of H's, a few D's, a C, F, A, yeah. So I went over all that. If there is an issue, do not return to the store. Talk to them. Hodedah. Do not return to Amazon, I guess. And yeah, blah, blah, blah. I already did that stuff. And when you get it, you can read it yourself too for all the safety things and so on. So as you can see, I've already organized and taken out all of the pieces. I have the instructions, of course. I have all the pieces right here. And all the wood pieces. I left a few pieces downstairs, which I already know aren't until the last step. But they came mostly in good condition. They just had the foam thing, the foam separators and cushions. All that stuff got all over them. So I just like took a dust sweeper thing and just swept it all off and made sure it's in the box. I'll have to sweep down there and clean. Now this piece right here, it came with a little issue down here. It has like a little scratch. But other than that, all the other pieces are in good condition. So the first step is I need panel A and panel F. A and F. And those seem to be the ones all the way on the outside. Now the bigger pieces, and this is the same thing on the last one, which is the side pieces, I guess, they did not have any lettering on them. And you sort of have to figure it out. I know from the instructions they're A and F, but they are not anywhere, on the piece. Same thing with the other one. Oh, it does. All right, this one says A. Okay, so this one has it, the other one doesn't. It is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and place them on the floor here. So this part is the beginning. And I also see, I hope it's not an issue. Oh, that's the same scratch. Because here, it's sort of, put it closer. It sort of looks like it's like a wood damage crack. So I'm just feeling it, but it's really not. And it looks like it's on the inside. So I don't really care about how the inside looks that much. So yeah, hopefully it's fine. It doesn't feel like it's structurally messed up because of that. F. So we're going to put F down here. Not really sure if it's facing the right way. Lots of little steps here, and I'll just go ahead and fast forward through that and tell you how it felt. Do note the first thing I have to do is figure out which way to orient these things to put everything in the right place. So, let's see. One thing I like to do is put them in the same orientation that they are in the picture, in like the same place, because I'm not a genius at this stuff, and I just want to make sure to not make any mistakes. Because if you make a mistake with these things, like I did with the drawers for the other one, you know, things get worn out and start to not be as good at holding on and so on. So you're just like hoping that it makes up for your flaws in a few different ways, which it seems to have done. But yeah, it's not the best way to do it.
Just call me when you're feeling lonely, dial me 305.
And on this side, for some reason, it's just getting a little harder, so I just got this rubber mallet, so it doesn't hit it too hard, but it gets it in there.
On the way to a new prescription of my tender time.
Next, I see a few little wood ones, which are the 4s. Where are they? So they're not wood here, they're these little plastic things in this case. So let's do this.
I believe that I could be special. Come with me for a cruise.
So I'm noticing on these instructions, it doesn't say if you're supposed to put these things on the inside or outside hole, because there's 2 holes in every spot where it's supposed to go. So it doesn't say that. I don't totally remember, but I think it's the outside, so hopefully, but it does not show it, at all. So this is where the hanger goes, and this is what holds the pole that sticks across the shelf that holds your coats, shirts, all that stuff.
I'm like it's an old continental, plenty of space for 2.
Now when it comes to these things, you have to sort of take it apart before you start installing it. I think it's there. No, it's not there. Whoops.
If you need attention, you call right in time. Cause I just got off my shift, I'm making money tonight.
So there are no clear instructions that you have to, first of all, take these 2 pieces apart, but there's also no clear directions about how to do it. So what I figured out is that apparently you have to first undo this one. So unscrew that, and that loosens up. Oh, and it just comes out. That's how it works.
I don't have much money, but I could offer time.
So with this, I realized that you really have to pay special attention to making sure it's even with the outside of the closet, so it holds the doors. This is what holds the doors, and it gave me a little grief on the other one, and it made it harder because I didn't have it totally straight. It still works, it opens and closes just fine, but I will try to do better, even though I'm not an expert in any way. But I will use maybe a ruler.
Cause underneath the moonlight, things can still seem alright. Cause it's alright. Cause it's alright.
So for example, this one didn't go on completely straight, but hopefully it's fine. It's just really, really hard to get it exactly on the spot because the holes, they're not really dug in. They're like filled in, dug in, sort of give you a guide, but they don't actually go in. So I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it, but maybe there's a reason for it.
Tonight, make it right. Cause it's alright. Cause it's alright. Just tonight.
So that part's done. Next is feet. And there are no guides on where to put the feet, but it sort of shows in the instructions around where, which you would probably imagine is easily supposed to be on the outer edges.
Make it right. Keep thinking of how good you're looking, girl, you're so damn fine.
So I'm done with pre-assembly. Next is pre-assembly. Panel C, panel D. So for this part, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick these finished ones up on the wall, standing up, and get the other ones down here.
Cause you are a boss, not like it.
Twos.
No, you're not wasting time. That's you. It's an art how you walk like a model, grace in every move.
Panel C, panel D, panel E, panel B. So here B has its little sticker, but I'm assuming this is E. It has to be. It's only one of its shape and without any holes. But it just doesn't have its sticker, but you can figure it out. This one's easier to figure out. So with these two big ones, these little things go on the outside, so I was probably right about the bigger pieces.
I don't know how I got so lucky just to be with you. If you need attention, you call right in time.
So that step is finished. Just had to push those rubber things into these holes. Next, now time to assemble the doors. So these guys also have to be pretty level. They're the ones that go into the door that hold on to the rest of the closet. They have to be level, and I'll just do my best. I'll use my little leveler to try to level it out.
Cause I just got off my shift, I'm making money tonight. I don't have much money, but I could offer time. Cause underneath the moonlight, things can still seem alright. Cause it's alright. Cause it's alright. Dial me 305 just tonight.
So I've done my best. Hopefully they're straight. Next step is the handles. So that's interesting. I was just pulling the thing up and this sort of fell apart. Guess I have to push it back together, but that's sort of annoying.
Alright, make it right. Dial me 305 cause it's alright. Cause it's alright. Dial me 305 just tonight.
Now we begin the assembly. We're now at the home stretch of the assembly, and I'm going to just do what it says. So it looks like I have to take A, which is one of these side panels. So it says to do this sort of like standing up, but this looks like a recipe for disaster, and it would just sort of break. Well, maybe it'll be okay if I put B under it, so let's see what happens.
Make it right. Dial me 305. So with your girl. Dial me 305. What I need. I'm what you need. Dial me 305. That's big. That's big. Dial me 305. Call me. Just call me 305. If you need attention, you call right in time.
So for a minute I've been wondering where these 12 screws go, and I just, because on the instructions it says to use one here on the top panel, but right now the top panel just came loose because I guess the screws aren't long enough. So could that be a slight error in the instructions? Because these are definitely longer. 12s are longer than the ones. So I'll fix that. Just a little delay, but I don't think it'll be a big deal that'll mess everything up, so that's okay.
Just got off my shift, I'm making money tonight. I didn't too much money, but I cut off the time. Cause underneath the moonlight, things can still seem alright. Cause it's
It
alright.
looks like this thing might not even make it through the whole process. Luckily, I do have my own that are probably of better quality than this.
Cause it's alright. Dial me 305 just tonight. Make it right. Dial me 305 cause it's alright. Cause it's alright.
So I've got all the panels in place, and now it looks like it's just time to do 3 more things. Put the doors on, I have to hammer the back piece into it, and put on the shelves. But I'm actually noticing that all the shelves are optional, so I might not even put all of them on there because I want to have this area up here for clothes and stuff. There's 3 of these, and if it was only one, this would be easy because you see what you have to do is get that to slip under there and get this one to slip under there. It's easy with one, But the issue is there's 3 of them. Okay, so first I'll try getting this one. So that one's in. Let's try going number 2. But then that one slips out. And that keeps happening over and over again. I think this is a 2-person job, but I got it done by myself last time somehow. And over here, it's not the strongest closet, so it's wobbling all over the place right now. The thing is, if I tighten it up here so it stays, then I can't move the bottom one enough to get it to go in. So here I am at the bottom one. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can sort of pull this out just not enough. Okay. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Ouch. Got it. Right? Tight, tight, tight. Now I just need a screwdriver to tighten them up. Right? Yes. Or a drill. So that's in where it's supposed to go. Doesn't have to be too terribly tight, I hope. 2. And 3. And I'm probably going to go over it on the other one because I probably didn't do this right, but these have to go in, these have to be screwed out. The other ones. So I did that other one wrong and I'll go fix it right now. There we go.
If you need attention, you call right in time. 'Cause I just got off my shift, I'm making money tonight.
So it looks like it's nearly ready. Just like the other one, not the most secure, but once I get the back on, it should be a little better. See, the back is nice, bare, and empty right now. I don't need that in there right now. It would really be nice if these shelves that go on those simple metal things had like little grooves there to hold them in place. Because right now they're being annoying. Now the instructions don't really say if you're supposed to put this on the back or that part in the back, but I'd rather have the painted part on the back on the outside, to be honest. That's what I'll do, but I guess it's just up to your preference. And it looks like what this piece does is it goes in the middle to sort of give it more structural rigidity. So I'll go ahead and place that here right now. Because last time I forgot and I just squeezed it in. And that was not the right way to do it. Well, it's not that I forgot, I just didn't know. Now I know. That's how you learn. You live and you learn. So it's done. It's a pretty decent looking little closet. Hopefully decently well built. It's certainly not perfect, but for 140 bucks, probably can't go too wrong with it. It's a full closet. It'll have enough space to fit my clothes, although I do know clothes sort of has to fit sideways in here. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in place. There's nothing else I have to do on it. It is ready to go. Hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm going to keep making these videos. Check out my channel. You can see all these other things I've done. Maybe there's something that's interesting to you. And I'm going to get to work. Thanks.